Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for May the 7th. I'm going to be pulling one card for each sign. So if you know your housing system for your zodiac, then you will be able to pull quite a bit of information out of a short little video like this. But if you just know your sun sign, you can get a little information on you, little information on what's impacting your friends today as well. Let's see what we have showing up. First of all, let's look at overall energy for the day after I so calmly placed that. Messenger of water. Okay, so this is going to be a day where the overall theme really has to do with letting other people know how much we care about them or how important they are to us. All right, now let's look at Aries, and this applies to the collective. All right, so Aries, 3 of Earth. This just tells me that you are collaborating with somebody today, working together along with somebody. We like it. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Queen of Earth showing up in reverse Taurus. This just means that you've been generous with somebody in one way or another, and you're starting to realize that that generosity is really not helping that other person move forward at all. Instead, it's making them more reliant on you, and that was not your original intention. So today, I think you are cutting that generosity off. Geminis, transformation showing up here. This is just telling me that there is a big transformation going on for you today. Some of you may be doing some type of spiritual or emotional work or healing. Some of you may just be having a major change in how you perceive things going on in your world. And as we change our perceptions, the world starts to change around us and how it interacts with us as well. So a major change happening, and also when this card comes up in right side up, it means that this is a change that is for the good, for the long-term good. Okay, who is that? That was Gemini. Next up, let's look at Cancer. Okay, so Cancers, you guys have the 6 of Air showing up. In reverse, this is telling me that you are creating some type of lifestyle change today. This can be anything from putting all the booze down the drain, exercising more, eating better, anything along those lines. Anything really that's going to make your life, quality of life right now better, and probably also extend your life as well. So things like eliminating stressful situations also. Ba-da-da-da, Leo. Okay, so Leos, you guys have the Temptation card showing up in reverse. Temptation in reverse is just telling me that there's something that used to suck you in, whether it was an addiction, a fear, a temptation, whatever it is that used to get you sucked in and make you regret it later on. It's not having that kind of impact on you today. It's not that it's not there, it's making itself known. It's just that you're not getting sucked in this time. Good for you. Virgo. I thought that felt like 2 cards. Okay, 9 of Air showing up for those of you with Virgo placements. I still feel like I'm not centered. Okay, 9 of Air just means that there's something going on that has you feeling stressed or anxious today. This is a really good time to do some inner work, do some things to eliminate that stress or at least lessen that stress. Take a peek at, whatever this situation is. Have you done the best you can with it? If you have, then it's time to let it go and let the cookie crumble however it will. All right, so that was Virgo. Yes, next up is Libra. Messenger of Fire showing up for those of you with Libra placements. Messenger of Fire just means that you are hearing some kind of news from somebody that allows you to move forward with an idea that you have a lot of enthusiasm for, that you just can't wait to get rolling with. All right, next up, let's look at Scorpio. 8 of Air. Scorpio's 8 of Air talks about this idea of thinking and overthinking and sort of more or less thinking in circles around things. And so when we have this card come up, this just means that, we need to get some perspective. So if we could imagine talking about the situation to somebody like the librarian or the post person, then this is going to allow us to recognize, how this might look to an outsider who wasn't right in the middle of it, how this might look to somebody who was objective. And if talking to somebody, or I mean, if imagining talking to somebody like that and having this conversation about this thing is not bringing you the objectivity or the answer that you need, then, you may want to actually have a conversation with somebody who's a little bit more neutral and see what they think. Ba-da-da-da, just to find a solution. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, what you have showing up here is the Patience card, and it is literally labeled Patience. You can even see there's like a little clock thing, the thing kind of in the shadows on her arm, another one over here on the bosom. Patience, patience, patience. Something is going on that is causing you to develop patience today, Sagittarius, and I think for most of you, this has to do with an interaction with a particular person today, that there is this element of patience that is um, required as you're interacting with this person. Capricorn. King of Fire showing up here, Capricorns. This just means that you are doing something that makes you very excited. It makes you feel very enthusiastic. I will tell you that with this being the King of Fire, this is not a new something. This is something that you have set in place. You've kind of set the foundation for, and so now this is really taking it to the next level and enjoying that. So for those of you Capricorns who like to fish, this might say that, you have bought the bestest fishing boat ever with the bestest depth radar to see your fish and top of the line fishing poles, and I don't know what all is available to fishermen, but anyway, you get the picture. It's not like you haven't been thinking about this before. You've been fishing before. You've gotten some of the best things you can get to make that experience more pleasant for you. And now you're just out there doing it and enjoying it and having fun with it. Now, it doesn't have to be fishing. That's just an example. You're just doing something that, you've done before. And you've been doing this long enough that you're basically, you're doing it at the next level now. You're not at a beginner level anymore and really enjoying it. All right, so that's Capricorn. Next up we have Aquarius. So for Aquarius, we have the Magician. Miracles and wonder. Those are the words that Spirit is giving me as I look at this card for you guys. Today is a day of miracles and wonder for those of you who have the Magician in your chart or Aquarius in your chart. So I think you can expect that there are things going your way big time. And with the Magician, it's not like this stuff is falling in your lap and you had nothing to do with it. This is stuff that you're working on, stuff that you're doing things about. But if you want to believe in Lady Luck, then we could say Lady Luck is smiling on you. Or we could say that, that energy and effort that you've been putting in consistently is now paying off with some miracles and wonder coming back to you. But either way, this is really creating those things that you want in your life. And I really feel like there is potentially for a lot of you quite a bit of help from Spirit Realm in doing that today. Okay, now let's look at Pisces. Six of Earth showing up for Pisces. This just means that there is some type of fair exchange. So you could be selling a product or selling a service and somebody is paying you for that today. Somebody could be paying you back for some money you loaned to them before. Somebody could be bringing back the eggs or the butter or the cream that you loaned to them before. Maybe we don't do that now. Maybe that's in the old days. Now we get microwave food. Uh, I don't know. I have cream and eggs in my refrigerator. Anyway, this is somebody that is bringing something to you that they owe to you. So could be something that, maybe you're selling a product or service today and they're paying you right away, or maybe this is something that they've owed you for a while. Either way, they're bringing you what they owe you. Okay? So that's what we have for everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. Thank you also to those of you who are ordering readings and Reiki sessions from me privately. And of course, thank you to those of you putting feedback in the comments down below, putting a thumbs up on this video, or sharing it with others. All of your support is greatly appreciated. Some of you I'll see later on today in personal readings and Reiki sessions. And the rest of you, I'll look forward to seeing you guys back on the next video. Peace out.